My biggest concern is that whatever you start, you cannot stop. I don't care if it's once a week, you do it once a week from now until forever. Listen, you're in a business that's a lifetime business, so no children. So if there's a chance at some point you may have them, that's God willing, if that's something you choose. So this idea of starting your conversation, get a handful of friends together and say, I'm going to go do a live at 4:00 every day. Can I count on you guys to show up for support? Listen, when I started December 18th, 2018, I started my morning show. You guys saw I just did over 1,000 shows. I was shaking. I was so scared. I'm definitely in the top 10% of this profession. And I was afraid nobody'd show up. I was going to start a morning call at 6:30 in the morning. And the reason I started it at 6:30 is because Mason couldn't drive. Daniela Jukic. Do y'all see Daniela Jukic 1? I would encourage you to follow her. She and her community do a live call every day at 11 o'clock Eastern. I would encourage you. I would implore you. It's about gratitude. She reads the book from Rhonda Bryan, the book The Magic. And she's been doing it. This is her 15th month. Every day, 15th month, every day, 7 days a week for 15 months. And she's still learning stuff out of the book. So you can learn more about her, follow her, Daniela Jukic. You can scroll up, find her. There's RC Cardenas. And you can go to gratitudewithdanny.com. Sometimes I get to read, other people read, but we read right out of the book, The Magic. And it's powerful. And she did this even while she just had a baby. Her little bambino is a little over two months old. And she did it the whole time. She took off a couple of days when the baby was born, right? But other than that, she's really not missed a day. She's this amazing soul. I would encourage you to get to know her. So, Chairwoman 750, start your call. Don't stop. Start your call. Don't stop. I don't care if it's once a week. If you do it once a week, make it a little bit longer. But do it. Here's why I do these calls. Y'all want to know why I do these calls? It's for an archive for my great-great-grandchildren. Great-great-grandchildren. I plan on leaving a legacy 600 generations. If you do the math, that's 2,400 years. I think we'll have ways to, in 200 years from now, to be able to watch the old episodes of IG or Facebook or YouTube. That's why I do these. You guys are just getting the benefit of it now. Derek, how are you, brother? You guys are just getting the benefit of it now. That's why I do these. I have a journal. We talked about journaling earlier. I have a journal for Daniela's son. If you saw earlier on the morning live that I did here, I showed you this journal that I have. It's for Daniela's little boy. On February 9th, we found out that she's like, I just found out, confirmed we're pregnant. So I say that to say, the things that I teach you, I do every day. I can't preach anything else. I'm just preaching to you what I do. So, Chairwoman 750, start your call. I don't care if it's once a month. I don't care if it's once a week. But whatever it is, stop doing it. 3 keys to being a great mentor. First, you can't be a mentor. Meaning, I can't be a mentor until somebody gives me that title. This is gonna piss off a lot of people. You can't be a mentor. You can't tell somebody, let me mentor you. They have to call you a mentor. Now, here's the problem with calling somebody a mentor. They'll call anybody who teaches them, anybody who gives them the time of day, they'll call them a mentor. I'm very strict about this. This pisses me off more than anything else, is all of these people calling themselves mentor and they can't even spell it. Here's why. There's a teacher will teach you what you need to know. A coach will teach you what you want to know better. That's what most people are. Most people are, if maybe they're a good coach. And I'm talking 6 and 7, some of the 6 and 7 figure income earners out there. They are not mentors. If they are telling you what to do, there's 2 ways to coach. There's 2 ways to train. There's 2 ways to mentor. Let me tell you what I know, and let me unlock the greatness inside of you. See, for me to unlock the greatness inside of you, I have to understand humanity. I've got to understand the way you put letters together on this screen tells me a lifetime of stories about you. The energy with which I read that I read the messages coming across the screen. So one of the first ways to be a good mentor is to be the best servant possible. Listen, I'm not here to preach religion or faith, but I remember somebody, I'm not a good student of the Bible, but I think there was a place in there where Jesus washed people's feet. Have you washed anybody's feet today? Have you been of service to somebody? Because I'm telling you, if you haven't been in service to somebody, if you haven't helped somebody who can't pay you back, who can't say thank you, man, you're pissing up a rope. You are hoping somebody calls you a mentor, and I got to tell you, man, there's absolutely no way, a snowball's chance in hell you'll ever be a mentor. You can call yourself, listen, this thing about people, listen, I'm a leader. Have you looked? If there's nobody following that person, you're out for a freaking walk. And you're saying, I'm a leader. None of this stuff happens unless they call you that. So you're a great servant. Outstanding. The other thing you want to do is, can you serve somebody that at such a level that their life gets better? And then it's okay to ask for a testimonial. Hear what the testimonial is for somebody. When somebody gives you a testimonial, where is it? And what I mean by where is it a head testimonial? Is it words? Is it language? Is it spiritual? Was it life-changing? When you hear how somebody, they changed my life. You heard Nano's introduction to me. He's like my brother. He's like my family. He didn't say he's a 7-figure income earner who's stood on stage in 30 plus countries. He mentioned the books because that adds credibility. But Nano sold you on his faith that he has in me. That's the definition of a mentor. That's the definition of a mentor. That's how I would say it. So you asked another question here. 3 good things for a coach. So, can I let you in on a secret that'll save you like a decade? Right? Tony Robbins says a good book could save you a decade. Do you guys get asked anything by your team? How do I do this? How do I do that? How should I do this? Can I save you some pain and trouble? So if Catalyst came to me and said, hey, listen, how do I do this? Tony Robbins calls it the tyranny of how. You're right, Danielle, ILT. Tony Robbins says, a good book can save you a decade. So if you came to me and said, how do I do this? My first question to you would be, that's a brilliant question. What 2 things do you think you could do to solve that? And here's the point. This is what you need to learn. This is a $1 million tip right here. I hope I get it across. I've used it for so many years. I may mess it up. I don't think I will, but let me see if I get it across to you. So if Chairwoman says, Sean, how do I need to grow my list. I need to add more people to my funnel, whatever your funnel is. How do I do that? I'd say, that's a great question. I think we should really work on that. Let me ask you something. And here's the language. What's something you think you could do tomorrow as it relates to that to help put people into your funnel, to add people to your list? And they'll give me a response. I love that. I think that's good. What would be an alternative? What would be another thing you would try? And she would tell me another thing. She goes, geez, I don't know. I go, yes, you do. Come on. What's the other thing you'd want to try? And she would give me something. And then I'd say, go do one of those or go do both of those and tell me which one works. See, if you want to become a great coach, it's not about telling them what to do. It's about uncovering how they can do what they know they need to do next. And then let them come back and tell you which one worked. And now I can help you. You may not know the third thing, but you damn know 2 things. Listen, if you don't have a choice, you don't have choice. If you only have one choice, that's not a choice. That you don't have options. If you have two choices, now you have absolutely, well, you've got an option. But when you have three choices, now you have some ways that you've got some wiggle room. You've got some place to expand your capacity and your thinking. Does that make sense? So then when they come back, they go, I tried this and that didn't work. And I tried this one worked a little better. Why do you think the first one didn't work? Listen, they will understand. A buddy of mine, if you guys have ever heard of Jim Rohn's business partner for 17 years, Kyle Wilson, he's a very dear friend of mine. I'm in his inner circle. And for years, he talked about this thing called the wheel, the marketing wheel. And there's a whole training on it and everything else. But I started to, after a year of messing around and screwing around and doing anything else, I finally dove in and I did my first academy. It was called the Secret Sauce Academy. 90 people signed up. I was blown away. I was shocked. It was the first time I had offered an online course. 90 people signed up for it. 7-week course, $1,000 program. It was crazy. Only about 20 people showed up for it. Freaked me out. Freaked me out. How would 70 people sign up and 40 people start and 20 people finish? Are you kidding me? At $1,000 a pop? So here's the thing. This idea of helping people, giving people the chance to go live their life. When somebody says, listen, I need help with this, then you can step in. But if they're saying, hey, listen, what do I need to do? They're coming to you for the excuse of why they can't do it. They're coming to you for the excuse to say, listen, I don't want to own that decision. I want to blame you when it doesn't work. Make them take ownership. So those would be, and that's 1, 2, and 3, all right there. You don't need 2 and 3. If you get 1 down, you don't need 2 and 3. I hope that helps. Let me see if there's another question here. Oh. You're amazing, Daniela. I love you. What else? Y'all doing good? I don't know how long wow, 45 minutes. How fast does this go? Well, half of the time I was talking to the air, right? Because somebody called in and I got muted. How do you deal with regrets? Okay, so let's look at a regret. A regret is a form of addiction to approval. A regret is where you feel sorry. So let's just start right now. Build and glow socials. Let's start right now. Okay, so you're this powerful woman who wants to do things, build and help people glow on social media. I'm just guessing based on the name. I could be totally wrong. So, first of all, don't have regrets. My mentor, my speaking mentor, remember I talk about mentors? Bill Gove, the father of public speaking, was a mentor of mine. And he said this to me, and I wish I knew your first name so that I could reference it and your subconscious would pick this up at a different level. So if you want to type that in somewhere, that'd be awesome. Don't have to, but it helps me. So here's the thing. Like for example, you didn't do something and you missed the opportunity and now you feel like a loser. Okay, so that's called addiction to approval. The only way you will overcome that, because they asked Jim Rohn one time, they said, what do you think the next 5 years is going to look like? He said, the next 5 years will be pretty much like the last 5 years. Hey, Carla. Thank you, Carla, for doing it. The next 5 years will be like the last 5 years. Opportunity mixed with some challenges. So I promise you, with the current way your mind is fixed, it's not set, it's fixed in a certain framework that says, I'm going to have opportunities to feel like a loser. Let's change that right now. So Carla, you're this amazing soul who wants to change the world and be of service and not miss out on opportunities. Why do you think you miss out on opportunities? Because the programming that is inside of your body, that's in every cell, says you're not allowed to win at the utmost level. It just is. I promise you. You can argue with me all day long that it's not. I promise you it is. And it's operating at a subconscious level. That's why you seem to miss out on stuff. You're like, I knew better. So Carla, here's how we change that. Ask yourself this. We got a QLQ, right? For those of you that don't know, a QLQ is a quantum linguistic question. When you QLQ yourself and say, who do I become when I no longer miss opportunities? When I'm able to grasp the right opportunity at the right time, who do I become? I become Carla the Magnificent. I become Carla the Builder, Carla the Glow Maker, Carla the social superstar. See, even hearing it, I bet there's a different vibration in your body, a different vibration in your soul. We beat the crap out of ourselves with our language. And that's just what you wrote. That's just what you wrote. That's not even what you meant. That's not the 1,001 stories where you've missed out and felt like a loser. You had 1,000 stories that validated and vindicated yourself. And you said, I absolutely am this person that begins with an L. No, you're not. Not from this day forward. Not in my world, you're not. Carla is not in my world. I don't know Carla, that other soul. I only know Carla the right now, who asked a brilliant question, who wants to have more, who wants to become more, and is deciding right now, I'm going to rewire myself. I'm going to work on my brain. If I build my brain better, if I build my brain stronger, I'll make better decisions. I don't have to worry about scripts, because if thoughts create things and thoughts influence our day, I'm going to use my brain to have better thoughts, and therefore my days are better. Y'all see the power behind rewiring your mind? I'm going to encourage you, probably, I don't know, I'm hoping to, I definitely by Monday, but if not sooner, I would encourage you to join the Warrior Brain Training community. Hacks, tips, and tricks for the female entrepreneurial brain. And guys, you can come in as well, because women's brains are completely different than ours. They may look the same, but oh my gosh. It's the difference between a Prius, a Toyota Prius, and a Lamborghini. And guys, sorry, it's the female brain that's the Lamborghini. It really is. It's connected to everything. We want to go park in the garage and not talk to anybody. What are you doing? Huh? What were you thinking? Nothing? Women wish they could think nothing. Women wish they could turn it off for just a second. Can I just have 5 seconds of silence in my mind? It would be amazing. So that's going to be on Facebook. Sorry, it's the old man's community, but I want to be able to protect you guys. I'll probably, after the first of the year, maybe a first quarter, I'll have my own platform. But yes, Chat with Chastity. I like that. No, Chit Chat. I like that. I love that, Chastity. Chit Chat with Chastity. I love that. So, there you go. Does that make sense? Yeah, so if you go on Facebook,